Chemical police, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck was that? Fucking get your life together, camera. Is it okay to have sugar? Yeah, you'll be all right. Get over it. It's okay. You're not gonna fucking die. What is going on, people of YouTube? Welcome back to my Road to the O series. If you are new here, my name is AnnMarie Lawrence. I am an IFBB bikini pro, and today you're going grocery shopping with me. We're gonna do a whole grocery haul. I'm gonna show you guys the foods that I eat to gain muscle and lose fat, and then at the end, I'm gonna go over my personal views on fat loss and muscular growth, the different things that I personally use for myself and for my clients to efficiently lose fat and gain muscle. So let's go into the grocery store. I have my list, and I'm bringing you with me. So here is a little pro tip here. I'm making chicken Alfredo this week, and I'm buying Alfredo sauce. So I really encourage you guys, when you're buying anything, if there's not a specific brand that you like, look at the calories, because for a fourth cup of this brand of Alfredo sauce is 100 calories, but this brand is freaking awesome. I love this brand of sauce. For a fourth cup of this brand is 45, so a little bit more than half less calories in this sauce versus a sauce over here, or even this one I think was like 90. Yeah, this one's 100. This one is 100. So look at the back of the labels and find whatever sauce is the least amount of calories. I really like this brand. I buy this brand for pasta sauce and for Alfredo, so that's a little tip for you. All right, people, I know I showed you a little bit of what we got in the grocery store, but we're gonna go through it together. So let's start with the fresh stuff. I have a ton of lettuce for salads this week. The biggest focus when you're in a fat loss phase, because when you're in a caloric deficit, you are going to be hungry. It is what it is. It's just a part of the process, but it's a good indication that you're actually in a deficit and that you're headed in the right direction. So you will have a little bit of hunger. So it's best to eat a ton of high volume foods like salads, vegetables, stuff like that, because you're going to get a lot of it for a little bit of calories. So speaking of salads, I also have these tomatoes for salads. I already have onions at my house. I have this orange and this lemon for cooking. So different things that I'm going to be cooking this week, different fun recipes. By the way, guys, if you're not already, make sure you subscribe and click on that little bell, because in the next couple weeks, I'm going to be posting a video that shows you guys my absolute favorite go-to dinner recipes that I make on the regular basis. So definitely definitely subscribe, click that bell so you don't miss that video. I have some bananas for some extra carb sources this week, which love bananas. They're super easy to grab and go when you're in a rush. I have some green beans, some asparagus, and some broccolini. These are gonna be my 3 main veggie sources this week with the meals and the dinners that I'll be making. I have some parsley and cilantro. The cilantro I like to cook with, but then also put on like my tacos, my taco salad, stuff like that. And then the parsley I just like to cook with. So I also have some mushrooms for some chicken marsala that I'll be making later this week. So definitely, again, subscribe so that you get that recipe. And going into the fruit, I always buy frozen fruit because I love making smoothie bowls. It's like my favorite thing to have every single night. So I have some frozen mangoes. And then I saw this, which looked really good. I have some strawberry and watermelon blend, which sounded freaking awesome. And then I have this yogurt, which is how I make my smoothies. All I do with my smoothies is literally frozen fruit, this yogurt, and a little bit of almond milk. So here are the macros for this yogurt. 0 fat, 10 carb, 14 protein. So this is pretty good, and it's super, super good. I get the vanilla kind so that it's a little bit sweeter, and it makes the smoothie chef's kiss freaking awesome. I have these Jimmy Dean's Delight sandwiches. This is the turkey sausage, egg white, and cheese one. I love these. These are so easy to grab and go. Chemical police, get the fuck out of here because these are fucking banging. It is very hard to find. So they're 8 fat, 31 carb, and 18 protein, which is pretty good for something you can literally stick in the microwave, grab and go. Super, super simple and easy, and Drew loves these too. So keep these in the freezer. Next, I'm going to be making chicken Alfredo this week. So as I showed you guys in the grocery store, I got this Alfredo sauce. It's only 45 calories per 4th cup, which is freaking awesome for calories. I was going to make my own homemade, but this is easier. And I got some fettuccine noodles for that. I'm going to have, when we do have the chicken Alfredo, I already know I'm going to have like a lower carb day, so I can have the fettuccine at night. I bought these. I don't know how they're going to be. I've never had these, but this is a good little pre-workout snack. Do I eat these every day? Fucking no, but is it okay to have sugar? Yeah, you'll be all right. Get over it. It's okay. You're not going to fucking die. All right, then I have stevia in the raw. I put this in my coffee. I also use this to cook. So whenever a recipe calls for sugar, I put stevia instead because it's no calories and tastes the fucking same. All right, Mission Carb Balance Tortillas. These are bomb as fuck. It was brought to my attention that these calories are incorrect. It says 70 calories, but really it's 123 calories. I think that they're not counting like the fiber or something. I don't know what they're not counting, but the calories are fucked up. So it's 3 fat, 19 carb, and 5 protein. These are still bomb as fuck, and I still buy them because I'm going to be making chicken fucking crunch wraps this week, and I'm so excited. I don't know why I just beat the shit out of these, but I'm so excited for these chicken crunch wraps. And yes, I'm talking about a crunch wrap from fucking Taco Bell, but I'm making it at home with chicken. So super excited for those. So again, subscribe so you don't miss that video. All right, I have the caramel rice cakes. These are bomb. I like to do rice cakes, peanut butter, specifically the honey peanut butter. This is bomb as fuck. And honey and salt before my workout. That's my favorite go-to pre-workout. Now let's get into, well, I guess I'll go through these first. So I got this barbecue sauce. I'm not going to be using this week, but maybe next week I'll make something in the crock pot with the sugar-free barbecue sauce. It's only 10 calories, which I thought was pretty cool. Never had this before. A lot of people, I heard, really like it. Okay, sriracha mayo. This is kind of like yum yum sauce, but like motherfucking half the calories, which is dope as fuck. So that's why I got this to sub for yum yum sauce because it was less calories. All right, now let's get into the protein. I got some salmon because it was on sale. Gotta love it. That's the only reason I bought it. Not eating this week, but I'm gonna put it in the freezer for next week and I'll plan something out. I got this buffalo chicken strips. This is for like lunches and stuff like that if I don't have some chicken prepped. So I like to keep frozen chicken in the freezer because yeah, I have a fuck ton of raw chicken here, but what if there's a day when I run out of prepped chicken and I'm like, fuck, I'm starving and I have nothing prepped, then I'm fucked, right? So I like to keep the pre-made chicken in my freezer. That way I can just throw it in the microwave if I need to. The macros on this are great. 3 fat, 1 carb, 17 protein, only 100 calories. So freaking awesome. All right, and then of course we have chicken. Chicken was on sale, so we bought 3 packs. Are we gonna eat all of this week? Fucking no. But I'm putting it in the freezer so I have stuff for this week and for next week. And then my main carb source, my favorite, the OG basmati rice. I hate jasmine rice. It's the fucking devil. It gives me a stomach ache. Basmati rice is my jam. It's my girl. I love her. She's a goodie. That's my fave carb source. So that is the grocery haul. That's what we got. I spent $198 on all of this, which is freaking phenomenal. I did coupon. I got a ton of protein. So yeah, it was a good grocery haul. This will last me about a week, other than the extra protein that we got. This stuff I'll definitely eat within the week. Some of this will probably roll over into the following week, and then some of the stuff will kind of roll over too. But I'll freeze the majority of this meat and just cook what we need and go from there. Now that you know what foods I'm gonna be eating for the week, let's talk about food. Let's talk about if there are foods that you should be eating versus foods you should not be eating. Now, here's what I personally do, and here's what I preach to my clients, because I base everything that I do off of scientific facts. This is not a guessing game. It's literally the law of thermodynamics, calories in, calories out. Of course, we still want to take into consideration your hormones and all of that good stuff, but at the end of the day, a caloric deficit is going to be your key to success when it comes to a fat loss phase. But what a lot of people do when they put themselves in a caloric deficit, if they don't know what they're doing, they end up cutting their calories way too low, which isn't allowing enough food and enough energy to repair their muscle mass. Because you guys need to remember, when you're working out, you are breaking muscle down, you are not building it up. The only way to build it up is through consuming enough protein and allowing your body to rest and recover. Not only is it not allowing their body to rest and recover and consume enough protein when they're super, super low calorie and probably not consuming enough protein in the first place, but also a super low caloric deficit can start to cause this binge and purge cycle, which means Monday through Thursday, they are perfect, right? You're hitting your calories, you're doing all the things, you're eating your veggies, you're drinking your water, you're sticking to it to a freaking T. And then because you are starving yourself Monday through Thursday, the weekend rolls around, social influence rolls around, and you end up binging over the weekend. So make sure if you are putting yourself in a caloric deficit, I would highly suggest that you get support around this and you find somebody who knows what they're freaking doing to help you with that nutrition. If you want to reach out directly to me, you can DM me on Instagram at AnnMarieLawrence_ or DM me on Facebook. It's just AnnMarie Lawrence. Or I don't care, find somebody else. It doesn't matter. You don't have to hire me specifically, but definitely get support around this so you don't put yourself in too low of a deficit. Now, when it comes to magical foods, the good food, bad food dilemma. The majority of people coming from the diet culture have this obsession with good food versus bad food. These foods are fat burning foods, and these foods are gonna help you lose weight, and these foods are bad, and if you eat these foods, you're never gonna see results, and that is not the case. I like to tell my clients, and this is a rule of thumb that I personally go by also, I eat the foods that make me feel good. The only time I will not eat a certain food is if it compromises my gut health, my mental health and my mental clarity, or my results. So if I start to notice, for instance, a food makes me bloated or constipated or makes me break out or makes my hair dry or anything like that, if I notice it throws my body out of whack, it's a no. I will not eat it. That's a food that's off limits for me. Not because I can't have it, but because I'm choosing not to. Because here's the psychological fucking that is happening in the industry right now. Everyone keeps saying you can't have this food because it's bad, you can have this food because it's good, and all the bad foods I'm going to demonize and say I can't have them, they're off limits because they're bad for me. If I eat them, I'm gonna fucking die and I'm not gonna see results, I'm gonna be fat for the rest of my life, and it's a fucking mental spiral. These foods that you're labeling as bad aren't necessarily bad foods. I mean, they could be personally for you, depending upon how they react to your body, but they're not bad foods. You need to find the foods that work well best with your digestion, your mental clarity, and also for your results. But these quote unquote bad foods, what happens is you say, I can't have this food, or no, I can't have that, I'm on a diet. And the first thing that happens is you start to crave that food. Think about a kid with candy, right? You tell a kid you can't have any candy, what's the first thing they want? They want the candy, and they're gonna crave it, and they're gonna cry about it, and they're gonna bitch and whine until you cave and you give them the candy. It's the same thing with you. What's happening right now is you're saying, okay, I need to eat this entire cake right now today because tomorrow I'm getting back on track. When in reality, we need to adjust that perspective. This is how you create a solid relationship with food. You really create that food freedom. We need to adjust the perspective because remember, the food is not the problem. It's your perspective on the food that's the problem. And we need to say, okay, I can have one slice of cake because tomorrow I can have another one. And tomorrow I can have another one. And the day after that I can have another one. And another one and another one and another one. And you literally can eat a piece of cake every single fucking day until you're tired of cake or until you run out of cake. And then fuck it, go buy another one. I don't give a shit. But the issue is that we're in this all or nothing mentality and we're in this lack mentality. And what happens when you destroy the scarcity, you get rid of the scarcity, what happens is you don't crave the cake anymore because you know you can have it. You're just choosing not to. So adjust your perspective, adjust your life. Your problems are not your problems. It's your perspective on the problem that is the actual problem. So when it comes to foods to eat in order to lose fat and gain muscle, make sure that you're consuming the proper amount of proteins, fats, and carbs for you specifically. Make sure that you are in a very slight caloric deficit and you're consistent every single day with that very slight caloric deficit, and enjoy your fucking life. Don't miss out on the best parts of your life, especially if you're a lifestyle client. Do not miss out on the best parts of your life just because you're on a diet. So I'm personally on prep. I'm being a little strict with myself when it comes to hitting my macros to an absolute fucking T, like absolute perfection. My cardio, my training, everything is perfect. But if you are a lifestyle client, don't feel like you can't slightly lean out of the numbers a little bit. Don't feel like you have to cut out alcohol. You have to cut out all these foods. And like I said, I'm not cutting out foods because I have to or because I can't have them. I'm just choosing not to consume certain foods because of the way they make me feel or because of the way that they affect my gut health. And that is it. So listen to your body, find the foods that work well for you, and take it from there. And if you're in a fat loss phase, you are gonna feel a little bit hungrier because you are in a slight deficit. So I like to always suggest high volume foods, right? So veggies and big salads and stuff like that help a lot to fill a lot of volume with a little bit of calories. So that's my biggest suggestion when it comes to veggies. I mean, other than the fact that they have micronutrients in them too, and I don't know why I just did air quotes, it's an actual thing. They have micronutrients in them too. So vitamins, minerals, all that good stuff that your body does need, but don't have this like obsession with vegetables because you think that they're good for you and force feed yourself vegetables if you don't fucking like them. Learn how to cook vegetables so that you learn to like them, and then also try to fill your plate and your day with vegetables just for higher volume to keep you fuller in that period of time so you feel more satiated a little bit longer because you had higher volume for less calories. So that's my lesson for you guys today. I hope this was helpful. Drop below if there is anything else you guys want to see from me, any questions that you guys have. Stay tuned for the next video because I'm super, super excited. I'm so honored to have you here, a part of the road to the Olympia series. I'm freaking pumped. I can't fucking wait. Things are happening. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling leaner. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click that little bell so you never miss a video from me again. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Thanks for coming.